show. Hope that you all are having a fine Friday out there in social media land. Tonight on our live, we are talking wellness, and I'm excited about this topic. But let's first answer, what the heck is wellness? I've started hearing the term wellness about 20 to 25 years ago when I first got into chiropractic school. Wellness, the wellness movement, and all that had really just gotten started, and it was very commonplace to hear it in chiropractic. I'd also gained a little weight. I'd put on that 15 pounds that everybody gains, and in doing so, I thought, I need to get healthy. I need to get well. So, what did I do? Went on the grapefruit diet. That's right, the grapefruit diet. I don't know, I heard about something that if you ate grapefruits, it was going to help you out. You're going to be healthy, you're going to be thin, and you're going to be great. And so that was my first step into the wellness, routine of sorts. And since then, like I said, wellness in and of itself, the term has evolved. In my opinion, being well means multiple things, but it means good physical health. Means good mental health. And then it also means, and I heard this morning, and I think this hit home for me, it means having some kind of connection to something. I always know that I'm healthier when I am connected to something, very passionate about something, and have something in my life to focus on. That's a part of wellness. So if your physical health is good, if your mental health is good, and if you have good connection, whether it be with people, whether it be with your job, whether it be whatever, if you have those type of things in your life, it makes a difference for you. And so that's what we're going to talk about. Like I said, I jumped into wellness not knowing much about what it meant. And I think that that's what a lot of people tend to do. They get into this, they hear this buzzword of being well or wellness, and they think that they have to try it. And so that's what I've done a lot in my life. I've tried all kinds of different things, whether it be fad diets, whether it be, just clean eating habits, whether it be meditation, mental health training, mindset training. All these things I think can add it up to be wellness activities. Your food, what you put in your body, really has a big determination of what makes you well. So all these things collectively is what I think gives you this wellness or well feeling or feeling of being well. But when it really comes right down to it, I think it comes down to simply being happy, feeling good, and functioning well. If you do all three of those things consistently, then you're doing pretty well. Get your blood work checked once in a while, and you're on the right track to a wellness lifestyle. Now, there are all kinds of ways to approach this. But what I say is use your body, use your mind, use the things that you like to guide you on your wellness journey. For instance, for me, I've always been interested in and amazed by how the human body works, how we can adapt and change, and how we can improve and learn things. And so for me, I've always been into something called biohacking. And then there's different things with mindset and things like that. And I always thought that that made me more well or more healthy. And so I focused on those type of things. There are people who think that they're most well if they just eat well. And so there are people that focus on very specific diets, very specific things like that. And over the years, what I've found personally is that if you get caught up with one pill, one potion, one thing specifically, you have less success. What I find people tend to have the most success doing is finding a way to find balance, using their body as a guide, making sure that you're active, and then making sure that you can do those activities consistently. And then if you are doing that, you usually get those endorphins functioning, or endorphins, those neurotransmitters, and all those things firing like they should, and you feel better. And to me, that's what being well is, feeling good, functioning well. And like I said, having a connection, because having a connection with people, with things, and giving yourself passion also releases those endorphins, those feel good chemicals that make our brain feel good. And so if those are released, we typically feel that good feeling. And so having that connection, having something to focus on can be really important. Like I said, so that's kind of my basic take on wellness. Now, what I want to do is break it down into some simple things that you can do from a health standpoint, that you can do from a mental standpoint, and then that you can do from finding your passion or finding your drive to keep you excited each day. Because, like I said, those three things I think are ultimately what's important in keeping you well. So let's start with the health end of it. In order to be well, in my opinion, you keep it very simple. You move regularly, you eat good, clean food, and you use natural supplementation when necessary. I think that there's a lot of over supplementation out there. I think that a lot of it you can do by food if you do it properly and really know what you're doing. It does take some work, but if you do it consistently, what you'll see is a lot of benefit. So if you're looking to improve your health, find ways that you like to eat, find diets that fit your lifestyle, and then stay with them. You don't have to find one thing. Everything doesn't fit, or one thing doesn't fit every person. What I find is, like I said, use your body as a guide. My mantra last year when I was really on this health kick, I've been a little less effective this year, but when I was really on a health kick, my mantra was eating for fuel. And so basically, I knew what to eat. I knew if I ate high protein, lower sugar, moderated my portions, did the things that you're supposed to do, I got the results that I needed. And so what I used was how my body felt and knew that I wanted to eat a couple times a day. Now, part of it was fasted, part of it was, that I was reducing calories and things like that. But the bottom line was I had a very committed routine. I did something that was easy and doable for myself, and I did it consistently, and it gave me the results of health that I wanted. So I'm not one of these people that's set on one specific diet. And as a matter of fact, your diet's going to change as you age because your body changes as you age. So when keto is good for one person, it may not be good for another person. And when keto is good for a male, it may not be good for a female at certain ages. So one diet doesn't fit one style. One of my personal trainer friends, I was looking at one of his blogs just recently, and he stated that he had gone off of keto and gone to a more, full diet, including, more carbs and things like that. And there's a lot of research out there as we get into a certain age bracket, it's important to not do the keto, not do as much intermittent fasting. Your body doesn't tolerate it as well for some people. Now, that's not across the board. So, bottom line is find a healthy eating plan that works for you. The cleaner the food is, the more that it comes directly from nature, the more that it is grown from the earth, the better it's going to be. And then secondarily, from the health standpoint, I think movement is critical to health. Now, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be a marathon runner. You don't have to be whatever. You have to be a person that gets up and does your activities of daily living on a daily basis, makes it important, and does it consistently. And if you do that, your well-being and wellness will go up by magnitudes. So, movement. Keep it simple. Remember, that's my motto. And then on the final thing, supplementation. And I'm just going to talk briefly on this because we could talk at length upon different supplementations that are necessary for improving well-being and wellness and all that type of things. There's all these brain supplements out there. There's all these, natural fruit and vegetable supplements, and they're all wonderful in some ways, and they're all great for certain things. But bottom line is find something that works for you. Do it consistently for long enough to make sure that it works and make sure that it's a good product. Um, I talk a lot about CBD, and I think that cannabidiol and CBD and CBDG and all these cannabinoids are very beneficial from a supplement standpoint. Because one of the things that I do think with regards to your health that you're really trying to do is balance it. And what they say is that your body has this endocannabinoid system. This system helps you balance your brain and your brain chemicals. And cannabinoids are one way to do so. So, CBD is another way to improve your wellness. CBG is another way. There are multiple ways, but find yourself a good supplement. Take it consistently, give yourself some time to see if it works, and it's going to be helpful for your overall daily wellness. So, those are the big three that I think are important with regards to health. Like I said, your food, your function with regards to movement, and then supplementation when needed. The next thing I want to talk briefly on is mental health with regards to wellness. This is one of the big things right now, big missing pieces, and your mental health causes and really dictates a lot of function physically as well. Because if you're mentally not functioning right, no matter what your blood work says, no matter what your body sometimes says, you don't function well when you are depressed, when you are in a poor state. And so improving that state, in my opinion, is so important. And there are simple ways to do so. Exercise, food are two great ways. But also CBD supplementation has been great for anxiety. Looking for natural ways that have low side effects, in my opinion, is the best way to help your overall function. So, hold on one second here. Got to check something out. Sorry. One second. Sorry about that. Back. Getting ready to start with patients here shortly. So, like I said, wanted to just hit on the mental health aspect of things. And what I think is important about mental health is that you get it under control and realize that you have a problem if you do. So you've got it in order to be overall well and feel well. Improving that mental health routine is very, very important. Some simple ways to do so is, like I said, exercise, eat better foods, and looking at taking CBD as well. Now, there are some other things that are also very important with mental health. It's important to talk to people about it. If you're struggling and you can't get out of that cycle, sometimes you need more. Sometimes you need medication. Sometimes you need to talk to a psychiatrist. Sometimes you need to quit other habits. But the reality is, you have to become aware of it. Where I see most people struggle with mental health is they lie to themselves. They don't realize they have it, or don't realize they have a mental health struggle or a mental health problem. So, other than that, be honest with yourself, get educated on mental health, and find someone that can help you. Try exercise and holistic things first, but sometimes you need medication. So those are the two things. And then, like I said, I was watching this other broadcast, and I'm not going to be able to go on too long, but I was watching this other broadcast, and this wellness doctor that started in the 60s, he started talking about how connection to something was so important to wellness. And we would all be much more well, so to speak, if we had that connection. And I got to thinking that how true that really is, because I know that I'm always feeling my best, functioning my best when I have something in my life that I'm either passionate about or passionately doing or what have you, and have a connection to. Because if you have a connection to something, it makes you want to get up in the morning. It makes you want to do things, and it makes you want to feel good. So, in my opinion, having a good connection is part of wellness. A connection to someone, a connection to multiple someones with regards to just people in general, and then a connection to the things that you do during the day. If you have a connection to them, if you have a real belief in what you're doing is really worth doing, then it's going to be worthwhile to you. You're going to feel good and you're going to function better. So, to me, those are the main things that I think make wellness what wellness is. Like I said, it's become very commercialized over the last 20, 25 years. There are so many things out there that you can try. What I recommend to people is don't get lost in things, work on you. That's usually the most important thing. So hopefully this was a helpful live. If you have an opportunity, jump on over to Doc's Oils, like our page, check out our other material, go over to YouTube, check us out over there. And I think that you'll find that we have some great information for you that'll be really beneficial in kind of helping you navigate your wellness journey and your journey with cannabinoids and things of that nature. So other than that, got a lot of great things coming up. Stop in the shop anytime. We would love to have you. We'll educate you about CBD. I do free CBD consultations. I do we offer, come in, try our CBD. We have elderberry, vanilla, and apple flavoring. They're all great and they work. So if you're interested in learning more about it, let us know. We would really like to help you out. So look forward to more of these lives. I appreciate y'all jumping on. Continue to share the material, like our page, and be well. Till next week. See you then. Bye-bye.